A crown no ruler could survive, not because of war, not because of rebellion, but because everyone who wore it died, some within weeks, some in ways so strange. People stopped calling it coincidence. They started calling it a curse. And the most chilling part? Even after generations of death, people still chose to wear it. Why? Throughout history, crowns have meant one thing: power, gold, jewels, authority. But this crown carried something else: fear. It was said to have been forged during a time of chaos, when kingdoms rose and fell overnight, and loyalty could shift with a single whisper. From the very beginning, there were rumors. The gold wasn't pure. The jewels weren't just decorative. And the man who first commissioned it, he didn't live long enough to wear it. At first, people dismissed it. Kings die. That's history. But then it happened again. And again. And that's when the whispers turned into something darker. Because this wasn't random anymore. It was a pattern. The first ruler to officially wear the crown was strong, respected, and feared. He took the throne with confidence. Celebrations filled the streets. The crown was placed on his head. The kingdom believed stability had finally arrived. But within days, something changed. He stopped appearing in public. Servants reported strange behavior, sleepless nights, sudden bursts of anger. Then came the illness. No visible wounds. No clear cause. Just a rapid decline that no one could explain. Within weeks, he was dead. And just like that, the crown passed on. But not before leaving people with a question no one wanted to ask out loud. Was it just bad luck, or something far worse? The next ruler didn't believe the rumors. He wore the crown anyway. At first, nothing happened. But that's when things got strange. A hunting trip turned into a fatal accident. A fall that didn't make sense. Witnesses who told conflicting stories. Then came the third. Poison, they said. But no poison was ever found. Then another. A sudden fever. Gone in days. And that's when historians noticed something terrifying. Every single ruler who wore the crown met an unnatural end. Not old age, not peaceful deaths, but chaos, violence, mystery, fear. The crown wasn't just unlucky. It was becoming a death sentence. So what was really happening? Some believed the crown was cursed, a punishment forged into gold. They claimed it carried something unseen, something that followed whoever wore it. Others had a more practical theory. Poison, hidden inside the metal, slow-acting, undetectable, a perfect weapon. Then there were whispers of betrayal. What if the crown wasn't cursed, but targeted? A symbol that made its wearer a marked enemy. Anyone who wore it instantly became the center of power and the center of danger. And then there's the most unsettling theory of all, fear itself. Because once people believed the crown was deadly, every illness, every accident, every death started to look intentional. And that belief, it can change how people act, how they trust, how they survive. But one story stands above all the others. The ruler who knew. He had heard every rumor, every death, every warning, and he refused the crown. At first, he delayed the ceremony, avoided it, but pressure built from advisors, from tradition, from the kingdom itself. Finally, he gave in. The crown was placed on his head, and according to records, his expression changed instantly. Not fear, not pride, something else, like realization. That night, he ordered guards posted around him, double security, no one allowed near. But it didn't matter, because by morning, he was dead. No signs of struggle, no wounds, no explanation, just silence, and a crown sitting beside him, untouched. After that, something changed. People stopped fighting for crown, stopped rushing toward it, because power suddenly didn't feel worth it. But here's the question that still lingers. Did the crown truly bring death, or did power itself create the curse? Because history shows us something unsettling. It's not always the object, not always a throne, not always a crown. Sometimes it's what people are willing to do to claim it and to keep it. So maybe the crown was never cursed at all. Maybe it just revealed the darkness that was already there. And that might be even more terrifying.